Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about week 6 of the year 2024. And this is from the 5th to the 11th of February. Many changes happening this week, and it's a very, very crucial and a very important week. It's not a repetition because every time, these transits don't take place. So this is a very, very important one for that reason also, because Mars never gets exalted, often. After 2 years, every 2 years, Mars gets exalted. Of course, new moon happens once in a month and full moon happens once in a month as well. But yes, that's a repetition. But still, when a very, prolonged kind of or a stretched kind of a period later, any transit happens. So it's a very crucial one. And it's forming a connection with Ketu also, because Ketu is going to be in the Earth Trikona, that is the earth element, earthy element of Virgo, and Mars is also going to be in the earthy element of Capricorn. So it's forming a direct connection amongst each other. So I'll be sharing my insights on the same as well. And we do have a true Ketu transiting through Hasta Nakshatra. So now you will say that Ketu is not transiting through the Hasta Nakshatra this month. It's going to be next month. But as per the true nodes, what I use, what my Guruji, Dr. Kenra sir uses, so this is the true nodes that I also incorporate in my readings. And definitely I experience the results also as per the true nodes. So Ketu is going to be in Hasta Nakshatra. It's another video that we can, of course, be anticipating. And we have new moon in Dhanishta Nakshatra as well. Mercury is going to get combust. Many changes, as I said, are happening this week. Stay tuned. I will be sharing my insights and predictions in the letter segment as per the Ascendant, Moon sign, or the Dasha sign wise. So stay tuned. So let me start with the what exactly the transit positions look like in the sky, which is again a very important way to look at the transits through the Kundli, through the horoscope that I use in the Vedic system of astrology. So as you can see, Moon is going to be transiting through the Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius signs this week. And of course, Scorpio, I have done already in the previous week. You can go back and watch the previous weeklies and you will get the readings on Scorpio transit. So when Moon is going to be on the 6th and the 7th in Sagittarius, is going to be conjunct Venus, Jupiter, and is going to be aspected by, like it's forming a connection with two Shubha Grahas, because Jupiter is going to be aspecting and Venus is going to be in the Sagittarius sign, conjunct this planet moon as well. In Sagittarius sign, it's a sign of exploration. As you all know, it's expansive energy is there. So moon is, this is a good time for being optimistic, of course. And of course, two Shubha Grahas are there. So any kind of sports activity, exercise, outdoor activities can be taken into account. And this is a very positive time to preach, teach, and learn something as well. Then moon will be transiting through Capricorn sign on 8th and the 9th, and there is a Mars waiting there, and this is a Chandra Mangala yoga also forming alongside Mercury and Sun are also there. So we have a new moon as well. So when moon is going to be in Capricorn sign, now your approach towards life will become very serious, depending on your personal chart, of course, how serious you are yourself. But it is a reality check time. It is the time to be more into the practical realms and commitments. So this will be definitely a very positive time to reevaluate your standing position, where you are, where you stand, and good for financial ventures also. 10th, 11th is Aquarius transit with Saturn, and Saturn is going, this is from the 10th and the 11th. And Saturn is also in the Aries sign, and Moon is also going to be there. So there can be some interruptions or changes in plans for the authorities, especially. This can be with the people who are into the government authorities, or the ones who are handling the position, the higher positions. So this is also going to be a little unpredictable, and surprises can be anticipated also during this time. So this is what the transit positions look like. And now coming to what exactly is are the other planetary positions going to be. Mars is going to be changing signs, and it's going to be in the nakshatra, in the Capricorn sign, exalted from 5th of February till the 15th of March. And we do have Ketu in the Hasta Nakshatra. This is in Chitra right now. So it will be moving backwards in Hasta Nakshatra from the 7th of February till the 2nd December 2024. And Rahu Ketu will be changing the Navmansha positions also. They're going to be in Capricorn Cancer from 7th Feb to the 27th of May, a long transit. So for the Capricorn natives as well as Cancer natives, this is a very, very important and a crucial phase. And Saturn is going to be changing the Navmansha position. It's going to be in Aquarius Navmansha itself from 11th of February till the 9th of March. And we have Mercury's combustion because it's going to be in close vicinity to Sun from 7th of February till the 11th of March for 34 days. And we have a new moon because moon will be transiting through this zodiac sign of Capricorn and will be having a close conjunction to Sun, and it's going to get combust also. That is what is new moon about. And it's happening in the Dhanishta Nakshatra on the 9th February, 8:02 a.m. till 10th of February, 4:28 a.m. India time. So this is what the planetary position is like. And please make a note of all this because these are very, very crucial and important ones, because Mars getting exalted, definitely, it is a very, very, very important and a very exclusive kind of a transit. So I wish you all a very happy week ahead. And I wish and pray that everything goes well, because Mars and Ketu is little precarious conjunction, which is forming in a sky in the way they are in the same element. So I call it a conjunction or aspect also. So you all have to be taking care of your health on the individual plane, and there will be a lot of confinement that we can experience, a lot of energy, but it is going to be tamed by Ketu. So be careful about it. Be serious in your approach in whatever you're doing. Also, we have to see how the transit positions, we have to check. We have to see the transit positions as per ascendant, moon signs, and or Dasha wise also. Dasha sign, or we can say the Antardasha sign. So see where your ascendant is, where your moon is. Check from that. Apart from that, I use the Dasha also because, that is very important to check the current state of mind, current state of affairs. Suppose you are in the Dasha of Saturn and Saturn is in Taurus sign of yours in your natal chart. So you need to make Saturn like the Saturn sign, that is Taurus sign, your first house, and see where the positions of the other planetary positions are. And if at all you are in the long Dasha of Saturns, of course, we can go to the Antardasha. If at all you're in Saturn Mercury Dasha, so you have to make Mercury sign your first house. Suppose Mercury is in Libra, so make Libra your first house and see what is the condition of other planets. Okay, so that's how you should check when you're talking about the Dasha sign wise prediction. So let's see what is week 6 taking us all at. So let's do it for the Aries natives first. So Aries, ascendant, moon, or Dasha sign wise predictions. Aries people, please go back and watch the previous weeklies where I have covered the moon in Scorpio sign, the 8th house of yours. And now I'll be taking up your 9th house in Ingress. Now in the 9th house, this moon is going to be from the 6th to the 7th, and it's going to be in Sagittarius sign, conjunct Venus, and is aspected by Jupiter also. So this is a very beautiful time for channelizing your emotions towards better ways. How you can do it? You have to now plan a bigger picture, bigger role. You're thinking of growth. It is like, you want that security also. And happiness quotient is going to increase as well. You are going to consider the whole bigger picture with emotional things. What gives you happiness? What is it that gives you that closeness with people also? Being the ruler of the 4th house in the 9th house, it is very positive for change of place, redoing your place wherever you're living, or maybe buying or selling a property also on cards, because Mars is also going to be right opposite this 4th house. So this is a good time for all the psyche, how you link your psyche with the emotional part. So this is that kind of transit where you are going to be taking into account some kind of personal cultural norms, which are really, some maybe distance travels and meeting somebody who is not from your own culture. Venus is the female counterpart. So you might just connect with some female counterparts from the other culture or other, overseas places. And Jupiter is in the 1st house. As you can see, moon is also going to be aspected by this Jupiter, the lord of the 9th. So this is a very good time for the moral issues, to handle everything very sensitively and very in a very emotional, as well as the moral issues that you have to go in for. Also, there is a possibility of some dreams coming true. You following the religious path is also quite likely, and taking some spiritual journeys is also quite possible. This is the time when you will be experiencing a lot of energy boost, and Mars is also going to be in your 10th house. So this is a good week for you for that reason. Mars and Sun and Mercury and Moon are going to be forming a clustering. There is a short stellium in the Capricorn sign this month. So you need to be taking good care of your health also, and take the advice of your superiors before jumping into conclusions. There can be that you have to make some decisions in impulse. There can be some health issues also. Because of your health issues, you have to just, take a sabbatical and just take it easy at the workplace also. Quite possible. Saturn is looking at Jupiter, and that too in the first house. So this is like forming a, sort of a, just extreme behavior. Like sometimes you're very cold, sometimes you're very normal, and you're very pally with people. Sometimes you become get into your closed shell. So that kind of a contractive and a very separative kind of a tendency with your friends, also with your family also. So it's like, hot and cold, and just very emotional, sometimes very practical. So that kind of an energy is also prevalent because of the planetary positions. Also, we have Ketu in your 6th house, so you need to take good care of your health, and in case you are involved in some litigation, etc. So this is going to be a little tough time to get the clarity. Moon is going to be in the Aquarius sign, as I said, conjunct Saturn, and it's going to be from the 10th house, that is on the 8th and the 9th in the 10th house, and then moves into the Aquarius sign, that is your 10th house. And see, when it is in the 10th house, you're more concerned about your career issues. So you'll be handling everything very, very, very sensitively, and maybe the authorities are not going to be giving you that kind of attention. So you're working harder, and you want that success by any which means. So that is the part of the 10th house transit. Though in the 11th house, this is a very sociable kind of a transit, but Saturn being there, you are in that tug of war, whether you want to be with the people around you or you want to just move away from them. But you will definitely get to know who's who, and you will spend time with your friends and groups that you move around with, and minded people also you'll be coming across. So this is the week where you will be forming a connection with your in your relationship, enhancement in your skills, thinking about growth, higher studies, travels. You're thinking of change of residence also, and buying and purchasing of property, vehicles. It's just that you have to take care of the accident also. When you're driving, you have to be a little extra cautious about that. About investments, this is a good week. Mercury is going to get combust, so you need to be a little extra cautious um, about your travels, short journeys, and communication. There can be the communication gap, or with your siblings, with your neighbors, or with your own inner circle. There can be that this forms a little bit of complication, misunderstanding this week. So you have to be a little extra cautious about what you speak. There can be a lot of heated arguments also which can take place, or there can be some kind of misunderstanding. You're maybe expecting others to understand you without you telling them or anything. So that kind of tug of war is also there, which can lead to a lot of misunderstandings as well. So that's what is this week looking like. On the new moon, I would suggest that if you have a weak moon, a debilitated moon, a moon with Ketu Rahu or Saturn, so you must actually keep some rice, sugar, or milk, by your bedside on the night of the new moon, and then in the morning donate it. Donate it to the people, who can use the things. Or if you feel that you don't have that kind of you're not in that place where you can, if somebody is in the US or in the overseas lands from India, so it is a little difficult for them to donate. So you can just keep them, stack them, the rice that you are doing the remedy for. You can then one fine day you can go and donate it to any charitable institute or anywhere you feel that you can go and donate. So you can just keep collecting them, and then you can finally donate them. All right. So this is the remedy which is applicable to the ones who have a weaker moon, and this is the based on moon's transit. So whenever there's new moon, full moon time, you should do this remedy. So I can write it over here that I just gave the remedy. Anyways, we'll do it in the timestamp maybe. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. So change the sign. For Taurus natives, this week moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, 10th houses this week. 7th house I've already covered in the previous weeklies because moon was debilitated and it was from 4th to the 5th. So I've already covered in the previous week. So 6th, 7th moon is going to be in Sagittarius, where Venus is already waiting for this moon, and there's a Jupiter which is going to be aspecting this zone as well. So for Taurus natives, there's a problem, moon debilitates and back to back, 5 days, just go for a toss because, moon debilitates, first of all, for 2 quarter days, and then 2 quarter days moon transits through the 8th house. So it is like, it gives you a very deeper experience. Sometimes it's a setback, sometimes you're not able to make right kind of choices and decisions, you're confused. So that is the 8th house energy. That is why, you should not be making major decisions when moon is in the 8th house. It's considered to be giving more of emotional setbacks, or they can be that you're very detached. Suddenly you feel that, no, I'm in the wrong space. Handling financials becomes a little difficult also, and it gives some health issues as well. So you have to be a little cautious when moon is in your 8th house, and that happens on the 6th and the 7th. So, but Jupiter is there. Thankfully, Jupiter is a protection, but at the same time, it can give you some aggravated energies because Jupiter is expansive, and Jupiter, whenever looks at a particular zone, it expands the energy. So you can be overly emotional during this time. So this is a good time to heal yourself, be in that isolation, give some time to yourself, just think about good things, and positivity, should be there, and you should work on yourself, that how you can be self-protecting yourself, and how you can not get hurt by what the others are trying to tell you. So it's a house of regeneration also. So regeneration, transformation. So this means that you need to sit in silence and peace, and look for what gives you that kind of peace. So that is something that you will be working upon during this transit. And you will have a sense of duty and obligation to others as well. You will feel that the responsibility is on you, because Cancer is the third house. Third house is shoulders. So you need to really take that responsibility and take it further. 8th, 9th, moon is going to be in your 9th house in Capricorn, and 9th house is the transit of higher learning, higher education, higher realms of life. You can be very philosophical. You can be connecting with people who are very philosophical, or they are teacher-like people, mentors, guides who can guide you through. Or they can be some journeys, travels also. There is a, sort of a, that emotionally happy moments, more, and maybe with your father you connect, with your siblings you connect, and you just talk about some spiritual angle as well. This can lead to your also, some kind of philosophical nature towards religion. You might be talking about how you can, spread peace in the world. All those topics you will be actually speaking about during this time. There can be long distance journey. There can be you connecting with some foreigners also, somebody who's apart from, or who's very different than what you are actually, which religion, culture, caste, creed you belong to. So you will be connecting with somebody from the other community. So this is that kind of a transit outside your personal cultural norms actually. So maybe you will be forming a connection with somebody who is not from your culture, and you then get married to that person. So that is sort of a energy. And we do have Mars transiting in Capricorn. We do have moon combust, or we can say new moon in your 9th house also in Dhanishta Nakshatra. Mercury is going to get combust as well. So Ketu is going to be transiting through Hasta Nakshatra. So there is a lot of energy in your, in the trines, and this will give you too much of thought process now, where you need to go. Now you're going to be planning everything. Now you want to actually align everything in a very meticulous manner. You will get into too much of, too much to do, finish everything, whatever you have started. This is the culmination and energy which you're heading to. And if at times what happens, you need support of the people who are better than you or who are experts. So take their suggestions, because it's a ninth house moon. Then moon will be in your 10th house on the 10th and the 11th, and that's the time when you will feel little emotional about your job. You will be anchoring to the growth and success and recognition, and you need those accolades. Sometimes what happens, you're not getting that, and you are just putting or investing long hours, energy, time, but you're not getting that kind of that reciprocation is not there from the seniors and the bosses, and you feel a little uneasy because of that. So that kind of a story is also actually playing this week. So you need to be, because there's a Saturn in the Kendra, and Saturn is forming from a long time a Panchamahaparusha Yoga, Sasa Yoga for the babies born, especially during this time. So you need to work hard, and if you want to really attain those goals and success. Jupiter is in your 12th house, so some guru from the overseas, or some books, books and some people you will be getting connected to during this time, who are actually from the overseas lands, and you will be acquiring more knowledge from from the overseas places. And of course, it is a very positive time for that parakram, as we say, the parakram, because because Moon and Mars are going to get conjunct in your ninth house this week, because Mars is the parakram, the courage, the boldness. So you will be able to actually gather that, and you'll be able to speak up your mind, and you will put forth your thought process, your ideas, your whatever you're going through. This is a good time to connect with your partner also, form that relationship, which is going to be aligned now towards positive. And this is a good time for a place change also, house change, job change, if all you're thinking of already. Mars is the ruler of your 12th house in the ninth, transiting through this week. So this is a good time to travel also. Just be careful while traveling. Be careful and also in your childbirth. Be careful, because Ketu and Mars are forming a connection. So you need to take care. There can be a surgical process that you have to go through. So be careful about that, as far as children is concerned also. Coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, this week Moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. And 6th house transit is, of course, I've already covered in the previous weekly, so please go back and watch that video. Now Moon is going to be in your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses I'll be covering. So 6th and the 7th, Moon is going to be in Sagittarius, conjunct Venus, and also Jupiter is aspecting this zone. So it's a very beautiful time for connecting with your partner, with the people around you. You can be traveling also, maybe traveling for work or maybe some business. So this is a very positive time for all of those reasons. And there can be that you take your partner out for dinner, or this is a good time for forming intimate connection also, some intimate connection with your partner. And this is also a good time to understand who's who, what's happening around you. You will be thinking and contemplating on all those issues as well. And Venus and Moon combination is like milk and curd yogurt combination. So this might bring about some kind of, it said that for married life, for relationship, this is not considered to be a good combination, because Moon is emotions, and Venus is relationships. So this might be like overly, you're too much involved in the relationship, and that other person feels little claustrophobic and feels suffocated because of your possessive approach. You're too possessive, you're too dominating or too ruling. So you need to give that space to the partner. And on the 8th and the 9th, this is Moon's ingress in the 8th house, and in Capricorn sign, where Mars is also there. So this is going to be Mars, Mercury, and Sun conjunction. And there's a Dhanishta new moon also, which is going to be in your 8th house, and Mercury is going to be getting combust on the 7th for 34 days. So this is the Lagnesh getting combust, but it's in the 8th house, so not to worry about it. Till 20th, at least, there is the safety, because Mercury is not going to give you negative results as far as your relationship is concerned, as far as your health is concerned. But at the same time, you need to be a little extra cautious about what you speak, how you speak, because Sun is also there till the 14th of February in your 8th house. So this brings about, the blemish or reputation at stake. So you need to work on yourself, on your safeguard yourself, don't get carried away and what the others are doing and saying and get influenced and start doing something out of the box and which you have not done. So this is not the time to take that risk. Take it easy. Things are going to get better because Mars is also going to be aspecting this Jupiter. Jupiter is your 7th and the 10th lord. So this is also going to give you some friction between your friends. At the workplace also, there can be some complications, you have to deal with. You have to quit your some kind of karma, we can say, with your colleagues or your bosses and seniors as well, and with your partner also in relationship. This can cause some issues, so you need to be really on your always on high alert and be cautious. You can definitely deal with this. And also moon is going to be in the lastly 9th house on the 10th and the 11th, which is very positive for you because Saturn is in the Bhagya house, though Saturn is your 8th lord also. But it is going to give the Mool Trikona signs results. So this is definitely going to be giving you some positive energy here. Till the time Saturn is here, you're going to be flourishing at the workplace, and you're pretty much detached from the outer circle of yours, the people around you. You're connected but not with the people. You don't need much in your life, so you at times feel that why to connect and why to go for a party, why to go for a get together. So those things you're avoiding. You want to be in your shell, but with your close knit circle, with the people around you, who are in your closest vicinity. And also you're acquiring knowledge, you're working on your skills. This is a good time to acquire your and upgrade yourself, acquire more and more knowledge about what you're doing, and then move further on. So this is a good time for when moon is also going to be here. See, moon is your second lord with Saturn, so it is that maybe giving you too much of expenditure. Maybe you're traveling, you're spending on purchasing of things that you really don't need, jewelry, clothes, etc. So you need to figure that out, how you can cut down on the expenditure part also. Mars is going to be in your 8th house. Take care of your health, drive safely, because Ketu is also in trine. So maybe, something to do with your house, you're going to be purchasing. So there is some documentation issue. So you need to deal with all of that during this week. So be careful. That's what I can just forewarn you. And surely you will do well. You are a sensible sign. So you definitely will be doing well. Venus is also well positioned. You're lord of the 5th. So children are going to be maybe getting married, or they're going to be in relationship. They're going to be traveling short journeys on cards. Maybe they're going to be getting hired. They're working on a project or something. So they're going to be completing the task. So this is a good time for starting education also for your children, if you are a student native also. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer native, this week moon is going to be in your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th house. So 5th house transit I've already completed last week. So you can just refer to the previous week's transit positions and readings. So we cover from the 6th house. So moon is going to be from the 6th and the 7th, sorry, in the Sagittarius sign, where Venus is already there. Jupiter is looking here. So it's a very beautiful time for enhancing and uplifting your own self. This is a good time to connect with your partner, with your co-workers, with your people around you. You can definitely connect with them, bond with them, and take their help and advice also. This is a good time for shaping up yourself, well, externally and internally. Healing yourself externally and internally means that you will be taking some sports activity, you'll be working on your diet, you look good, all that you're going to be working on. And 11th and the first lord are together after all in the 6th house, that is moon and Venus, for 2 quarter days. So it's a very good time for acquiring more knowledge and working on your growth, financial growth also. So this is like a fulfillment of desire kind of a situation. And this will give you that, too much of workload also. You need to organize, you need to do one thing at a time, rather than, just going overboard and doing things, haywire, and, just, a jack of all trades, master of none kind of a situation. So you need to do it one thing at a time, rather than just, going in for a that I want to do this also, I want to do that also. So you're not aligning, you're not organized in that way. So you need to align and organize, only then the success comes your way. So finish one thing first and then go to the other. Moon is going to be in your seventh house, and that's going to be on the 8th and the 9th. And this is the Capricorn sign where Mars is going to be there. So for Mars, this is the Yoga Kara Graha, which is going to be transiting your seventh house. So it's very positive, something which is, as I say, it's a prakrama, which is getting like the courage and the boldness, and maybe your partner is going to be supportive of you, partner is going to be getting that kind of success at the workplace and is going to be supportive of you. Children are going to be doing well as well, and maybe children are going to be very communicative, and they're going to be a little aggressive also in their approach. But Mars is going to be in dignity. So, which is why, this transit of Mars in the seventh house is going to be giving you upgradation. You're going to be learning more, acquiring more knowledge, understanding people, understanding your relationship rather than just getting into that argumentative spree. It's better that you just align your mental setup with the other person. It could be your partner, it could be your life partner, it could be your business partner, depending on your personal chart, whom you want to just think about. So, there is there is a scope of changes in you towards better, changes at the workplace. Don't be aggressive. Aggressive approach can be positive and negative both. So which approach you want to opt for? Do you want a negative approach, to be aggressive, fighting with everybody, just on that argumentative spree, as I said, or you want to just work on your job that you are doing, that you have been assigned. So when you're aggressively working on a particular task, you definitely get the success. So that kind of a fuel which can burn the house, which can be also used for driving, filling up your car. So that kind of variation is there, as I always say. So this moon is going to be in the 8th house in the Kumbha, that is Aquarius, and going to be conjunct Saturn. So whenever Saturn and moon are conjunct in the 8th house, so this is the time when you feel little intense, you feel detached, you feel that you want to just be in your shell, you feel uneasy, you feel that, you're not going to be in this, in this whole jing bang, whatever is happening around you. You're not happy. That happy state is, when you come out of that, you transform yourself, because there are so many thoughts which are running into your head. You feel that, I'm just done with this, I don't want anything else. That kind of a situation happens when moon is in the 8th house. You are not supposed to make any kind of impulsive decisions, emotional decisions, because you tend to make wrong decisions and choices when moon is in the 8th house, remember. So when Saturn is there, moon is there, it's a puna for yoga. It's not considered to be a good yoga, because moon and Saturn means the babies who will be born during this time would be having peak of Sadesati. So this is the time when you will have to mellow down a bit. You have to slow down a bit in your thought process. You need to keep a constant check. Saturn will bring that, definitely. Saturn will mellow you down. But at the same time, you need to keep a constant check that you don't get carried away. Don't make decisions in haste. There is a possibility that you make decisions which require practical approach, and you make it emotionally, and then you repent. Oh, this person has come back to my life, let me just get him back or get her back. No, you need to be focused, whether you want to be in this relationship or not, whether this is really worth it or not. All that you have to work on, rather than just getting carried away. So it's just an example that I gave you. Then moon is definitely going to be forming a connection this week with sun also. There's a new moon happening. So if at all, you can do the remedy. If you feel yourself that moon is weak in your chart, so you need to just keep some rice, sugar, or milk by your bedside in the night. That is on the 9th February a.m. So 9th February night and 10th February early morning, you can just give it to somebody who needs it, or donate it somebody or some charity. You can just do the charitable organization you can connect with and just donate it. And if you can't do it, if you are in that country where you can't do it every day, so you can just stack the rice packets, every month if you can do it. So just do it and keep it, and then one fine day you can just go and donate it in one go. So that's a remedy that I prescribe, and it works wonders, because something which is lacking in you, or you have in abundance, we can balance it out. So something which is lacking in you, you're going to be donating, and you'll be getting in turn that compassion, that emotions. And if at all you feel that you're not able to make right kind of choices and decisions, so this will actually help you do that, because you're going to be balancing whatever is in abundance. Maybe you have a lot of You have those resources which somebody lacks. So that is how the balance is created when you do the donations. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. For Leo natives, this week moon is going to be in your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th houses. 4th house transit I have already covered in the previous weeklies, weeks 5. Please go back and watch. Then moon is going to be in your 5th house from the 6th and will stay till the 7th night. So this is the time when you will be having Venus conjunction here in the 5th house. Jupiter is also looking here. Mars will be transiting out of this 5th house zone. So this is going to be very positive for children, for your childbirth, for your relationship also. There can be, but there's sourness in relationship when Venus and Moon are together. It's not considered to be a good transit because Venus and moon forming a conjunction with each other is like milk and yogurt combination. So it spoils the milk. Actually, Venus will spoil the milk, so you can become very sexually agile, you can become very emotionally very weak during this time. But at the same time, this is a very good combination for financial growth, success at the workplace. You can be very focused on your job, on your travels. Maybe you will be attaining some success in while traveling. You will meet somebody and you will get that kind of support or knowledge from that person you have been waiting for. You will align your relationships also during this time. This is a good week actually to understand what exactly where you stand and what you want. So this is a very positive time for that. And also this is good for mantra siddhi because Venus is there in your 5th house. This is a good transit for mantra siddhi. Jupiter is looking here. So some guru you can take the diksha from some guru who can just give you and donate you the mantra and you can chant it. And if you chant it for some number of times, it's said that you definitely are the master of that mantra and you can donate further. So that is also like a Purva Punya house, so it'll help you. Then moon is going to be in your 6th house, and here Mars is there, Sun is there, Mercury is there. Mercury is combust, Mars is exalted, and Sun and moon whenever are together, it's a new moon and moon gets combust also. It's happening, all the energy is happening in the 6th house of Roga Rina Ripu. That means, you can overcome the diseases, you can pay off your loans, you can win in your litigation also. It's a success because this is the 6th house. 6th house is overpowering also, whenever there are malefic grahas in the 6th house, it's very easy to overcome the negatives also. So this is a time when people who are backstabbing you, are conspiring against you, you will get to know, you will get that clarity about where you stand, what do you want to do, at the workplace also, you will get that clarity and you will get that success because your Yogakara Graha is going to be in the 6th house. And in the 6th house, 3, 6, 10 houses, 11 houses, malefic grahas are considered to be good, especially Mars, Sun, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. So they are considered to be good. So this is a very positive time for initiation of anything like sports activity, some kind of new job, or anything to do with your looks, or you want to just work on your diet, etc. So you can do that also, but be organized. You have to do one thing at a time because you can multitask and then you can fall on your face. You will not gain that success. As I say, always master of none. You can't be doing that. If you're thinking that you can be jack of all trades, you will be master of none. So you have to be organized. You have to do one thing at a time rather than doing everything together. And as it is, when moon is combust, it's very close to sun and there's new moon. So you must actually take care of your mental setup. You can have some dreams during this time, which can maybe the guiding light. They can guide you. Okay. Try to acquire more knowledge because from the 9th house, 6th house is the 10th. So you can quit your karma now because Mars is Ucha here, is exalted in the 6th house. So 9th Lord exalted means that you're going to be getting that connection from the past and you will be going further on. If you quit your karma, you're going to be moving further on in the next life and do better in the next to next lives also. So it's a very positive time if you can, do the donations, you can connect with people who can guide you, who can show you the guiding light. And also for the relationship, when moon is with Saturn in the 7th house, you might feel a little isolated. Your partner might feel a little indifferent, or is very serious in the approach. And Saturn is looking at your 4th house. Maybe some renovation is going on, some redoing of your place, change of place is also quite possible. Saturn in the Kendra Sasya Yoga means that you're going to be having some changes in your life. This is a major most time. And when moon goes there, so you're mentally also thinking about all the changes, how I can expand business partnership, proposals you're getting, or you're, unable to decide what you have to do. So maybe you are a good consultant during this time. You're a good marketing agent. You can do well in all those areas. But Ketu is in the second house. So be careful about what you speak. It is something which will give you that spiritual angle attached to whatever you speak can come to true. Ketu in the second house, Vakasiddhi. So speak very carefully, especially the negatives. If you speak something negative, it will happen. So be careful about all of that. Okay. Be the guiding light to others. Okay. This is Jupiter speaking from the ninth house. Be the guiding light, be a teacher, be a consultant, be a good consultant, honest consultant. Okay. Take care. Take care of your health. Rahu is in your eighth house. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this week moon is going to be in your third, fourth, fifth, and sixth houses. Third house transit I've already completed in the last weeklies. Please refer to that. On the 6th and the 7th, moon is going to be in your fourth house, and there's a Venus waiting there. So when Venus and moon are in the fourth house, they are Digbala. They are, in a way, they are very, very strong and powerful grahas here. And obviously being the luck lord in the fourth house, which is the eighth from itself, this is a good time to actually organize your life now, where you want to go, what you want to do in your relationship, also in your, any kind of planning which you have to make for as regards to your financials is concerned, as regards to your family is concerned. You're expanding your family, maybe a childbirth or something like that you're planning already. So this is a very beautiful week to do so. You will get the actual clarity now. You're going to be planning everything on those terms. See, Virgo sign is the sign of details. They are self-critical also. As it is Ketu is there, so you're in the detaching mode. You don't want people around. You don't want to mix with people. You want to just focus on yourself, on your spiritual growth. You're thinking, what am I doing here? With Mars also transiting the trine, you will be thinking about all this even more, because the energy is going to flow out towards that. It's a very good time if you acquire more knowledge about the mantras, about the spiritual growth, spiritual realms. What is the hidden part, hidden realms of life? So this is going to give you that focus now. And Lagnesh is also going to get comeback. So you need to be really careful at the workplace and about your own personality also. What do you really want to make your personality? So all that is also, because combustion is a state where, we need light from the sun. We feel that, Mercury especially, Mercury signs, they need to be very careful, because we need, suppose it's a Virgo sign or it's a Gemini sign. So we need to take care of our, thought process during this time. What we speak, how we convey things to others, people will misunderstand you. And you're losing that limelight, because sun is the ruler, sun is the leader, sun is taking the lead. So maybe your bosses, your seniors, government officials, you will have some troubles with them during this time. So be careful about that. Be mentally prepared. And as it is, we are having this new moon also in your fifth house, and moon is going to be in your fifth house. Mars is there in the fifth house. Mercury is combust. Moon is combust. So all these, when we put together, it can lead to some problems in financials also, at the workplace also, with your seniors and bosses. And while traveling also, you can have some issues. But yes, travels is a good thing to do for you, if you want to really grow spiritually. You can visit some, shrines, temples, or religious places, if you want to grow. And you must go and get into the depth of the hidden realms, to understand. So very good for astrology purposes. If you are an astrologer yourself, if you are thinking of taking up astrology, learning astrology, is a good time, because Mars is the eighth house ruler in the fifth house. So you can acquire knowledge also during this time. Moon is going to be in your sixth house with Saturn. Not bad. Saturn in the sixth house is not bad. It gives you, some health issues, but it actually is a prolonged health issues, but definitely you come out of you get the cure also. You come out of that disease as well, because Saturn is a prolonged, delay and frustration kind of a planet. So it will give you some issues in the health also. And if at all you've taken some loan, so it delays and frustrates you to pay off that loan. But surely this is a good placement for overcoming the enemies. The obstacles you have at the workplace, you will be able to combat them. The competition success, if you're sitting for some exam or you're just preparing for some exam, etc. So this is going to give you that success. The best remedy for Saturn in the sixth house is workout. Just sweat it out so that you, just come out of that negative energies around you. So Saturn is happy. Saturn is going to give you that, strength even more. Okay. And Mars is going to be transiting through your Aquarius sign shortly as well. Okay. So let's see what is in store for Libra natives. So for Libra natives, Moon is going to be transiting your second, third, fourth, and fifth houses this week. Second house transit I've already covered in the previous weeklies. You can refer to that because it was on the fourth and the fifth. I've already covered. Now the week starts from the fifth, so no point discussing the same thing over and over again. So Moon is going to be in yours on the sixth and the seventh in your third house, and it's going to be conjunct Venus, your luck niche. So this is a good time to communicate with people. This is going to be giving you some success because of your communication. If you're a teacher, guide, or you're yourself a writer, a publisher, or you're thinking of something, you're in the research oriented job, or in the aesthetics or marketing, etc. So this is a very good time for you. Or if you're an engineer also, this is a good time. You're a doctor, so this is a good period for you. Your success is assured in those areas. And you can propose the person you're dating also. This is a good time because it's a communication place, where Venus and Moon are. So this is going to be maybe because of the people at the workplace. You're going to be traveling, or you're going to be having some presentation. So all that you're going to be working on when Moon and Venus are in your third house together on the 6th and the 7th. And Jupiter is also aspecting here. So it's a very positive time for the female counterpart, especially, and success is assured in your relationship also, at your workplace also. And some friends will be definitely helping you out during this week. Maybe you're stuck somewhere, so they'll help you. It's good to connect. 6th and the 7th. Now, 8th and the 9th, Moon is going to be in your Kendra, and Mars is also going to be there. Mars is Ucha, and it's forming, Panchamahapurusha Ruchaka Yoga also for the babies born during this time. Mercury is Kambas. Moon is going to be Kambas as well because there's a new moon in your fourth house. And fourth house is the house of happiness, peace, and education. And it's also about, purchasing of property, redoing your place, etc. You will be homey. You are missing your house, or you're missing your missing your family, missing your home, you're homesick. So all those happen when Moon is in the fourth house. But definitely it's a positive one because Mars is looking at your seventh house from the fourth, and Mars is exalted. So this will give you all the courage, to start something, initiate something. Mars and Mercury combination is the good combination for the engineers also. So this is like giving you that innovation. You will be thinking out of the box now. You're going to be achieving the success that you have been waiting for. It's looking at your Jupiter also. So definitely very positive for the relationship. And the aggression that you have, the energy that you have, you should channelize it properly. Well channelized energy. Only then you will be attaining that success. So acquire more knowledge, study more, learn more. And Moon will be lastly in your fifth house, and it's going to be conjunct Saturn on the 10th and the 11th. So this is a time when, Saturn in the fifth house gives detachment, loneliness, detached energies at the, on the relationship front. And this is, but giving you a very beautiful light. It is showing you towards success through your education, through acquiring your knowledge also. So when Moon is there, just be careful about your relationship. If at all you are already in a relationship, so this might bring about some detachment. You will be thinking about, very maturely, you'll be thinking, oh, I should be in this relationship, or really, or should I just part ways? It's an end. So you're thinking, contemplating on all of that. So emotions are pretty much heightened when Moon is there. So be careful. Just lie low rather than just going ahead and taking a decision in haste. Just lie low. Overseas people you'll be connecting also because Ketu is in the 12th house and Mars is in trine to the Ketu. So this might just give you connections with the overseas people. You might be traveling overseas, or maybe you will be working for some MNC. You'll be getting some job offers also during this time. So it is a very positive time for enhancement of. See, your Marrakesh is Maraka Lord, that is second and the seventh Lord is getting Ucha. It's getting actually the strength, but it is losing the Digbal also. So if you change the place, if you change the place where you are, things are going to get better. I will do the video on the same though, but still, it's obviously the Maraka ruler, that is second and the seventh house ruler, getting exalted and looking at the Maraka place. So you need to take care while driving, while communicating with people, also with your family members. You need to be really cautious. And whenever the negative sthana ruler, but it is in trying to Ketu, so it is getting mellowed down there. The energies are getting mellowed down there. So this is about financials. Maybe expenditures are going to increase, and maybe you are having that research oriented mindset also. But surely it will give you some growth and success also as far as your business proposals are concerned. Okay. So this is what this week looks like. Coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this week moon is going to be in your first, second, third, and fourth houses. I've covered already the first house, and this is from the second, third, and fourth house. So sixth and the seventh, Sagittarius, moon is going to be in your second house, and moon is going to be conjunct Venus. The Bhagya Lord is going to be conjunct Venus. So this is definitely going to be good for travels, journeys, acquiring more knowledge from the overseas lands, or maybe some connection with the overseas people, somebody who's not from your culture, caste, creed, or somebody who's very different than you. You will be connecting with them, or you'll be spending on those areas, on those people. So maybe you're entertaining them. There's a delegation from overseas, and you're going to be going out dining with them. Maybe signing of contract, etc. happens. So all of that is also quite possible during the start of the week. And of course, we can carry it forward to the next 8th and 9th also, because signing of contracts, etc. will be active on the 8th and the 9th, and it is positive also. If you want to take short journeys, you want to go out for a short trip, from Delhi, if you want to go to Agra, that kind of a trip. So that is something which is possible. And also Mars is exalted, and Mars is your Lagnesh, which is getting exalted. So definitely a very positive time for the Parakram, for making decisions with a lot of authenticity, with boldness, courage. And this is going to be giving you some very good conjunction, very good combination for your siblings also. But it can give you a little aggressive speech. You can go a little unruly in your speech also. Mercury is going to get combust, so it can give you some communication gap with people, with your siblings especially, and also your co-workers. So the best thing is that when you have these kind of combinations in the sky, you should just grab a book and start reading rather than communicating with people. Just channelize your energy towards something else, which you can just work on, and you can grow also, and you can just be away from the negative aura around you. So it's the best thing to do when Mercury is combust, especially. Or take the help of your father or father-like figures or mentors. Just work under someone so that you can learn something when Mercury is combust. Also, moon is going to be in your Dhanishta Nakshatra, and there is a new moon there as well. Moon is combust in the third house. So definitely you have to work on your communication. You lack that, or maybe you're too you think that I'm the best, and your communication wise, you start thinking that overconfident kind of a feeling. That you have to work on. You really need to work on your overconfidence. Confidence is good, but overconfidence is it makes you worse. So you need to work on these areas during this week. And as far as your relationship is concerned, this is a good week for initiating of relationship. Take care of your partner's health, spouse health, or partner's health also during this week. Sasya Yoga, which is Saturn in the Kendra, one of the Panchamahaparusha Yoga is forming for the babies born during this time, and Moon is going to be in the Kendra on the 10th and the 11th. So this is the time when you feel pretty much detached from the world. You want to be at home, you want to be with your family, you want to just do things at home at leisure, you just want to be. So that kind of a feel you will get during this week when moon is with Saturn also. It is not that you're at home and you're with your family, but you're just detached and you're just in that isolation zone. You want to just do things. Maybe you're working on some project or something, then also you just spend less time with your family, isn't it? And you need to work hard these days, to win your bread and butter. So this is what is actually the week looking like. Ketu is in your 11th house. So this is not that great for a connection with your friends, family, siblings, etc. And Mars is also going to be in trine. So this is going to impact your personality, also overall personality. You can be little detaching, you can be little cold, you can be little aggressive, you can be little moody. The mood swings are there, So you need to work on all these areas, but definitely very positive for making decisions boldly. You can have that courage now to do things. So traveling is definitely going to be fruitful. And if you have any health issues, you're going to be coming out of those health issues. Also, the cure will be found during this week, of course. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Okay. So for Sagittarius natives, this week moon is going to be in your 12th, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd houses. I've already covered the 12th house readings in the previous weeklies. Please refer to that. That's on the 4th and the 5th when moon was in Scorpio. And now moon is going to be on the 6th and the 7th in Sagittarius, your 1st house. Venus is already waiting there. So this might bring about too much of emotions, too much of intimacy, urge to be intimate with your partner. All that is going to get active when moon and Venus are together. It makes you hyperactive actually. And Venus in the Lagna also makes you little aggressive also, aggressive in your speech, aggressive in your approach. But at the same time, you're very wise how you need to work on your life, on yourself. You really know that truly, right? So when moon is there, so you can be very emotional about your partner. You can be very emotional about your, relationships. You can be working on your financials also, how you can make money out of money, how you can, work on the competition, how you can be more involved in somebody who is actually giving you that kind of, a miss, somebody who's trying to drag you down. Now you will get, get out of it. Those people only will try to uplift you. That kind of a feel you will get. Ketu is there in the 10th house. It's just that Ketu is a detachment. Ketu is also about flagship. You get that, you reach that pinnacle of success also. So you need to work on that, but you need to put the right kind of effort towards right channel. You can't be just doing multiple things at a time and you think that you can be master of one. It can't be. Okay. So moon is going to be in your 2nd house on the 8th and the 9th in Capricorn, and Mars is there. There's a Chandramangal yoga, there's a Buddha and Buddhaditya yoga also. Mercury is combust, Sun and Moon are together. So there's a short stellium which is forming a clustering of planets in the 2nd house of yours, the house of food, finance, family. So this is the time when you will feel that there is a lack of excuse me, cordiality amongst each other. But remember that Mars is your 5th house ruler in the 10 places away from itself. So it's a very positive time for growth at the workplace for your children. For the student natives also, it's a very progressive phase. If you're all thinking already of going overseas, shifting to overseas lands for success and growth. So this is a very positive phase for you. Expenditures can be there on the electronic gadgets, or maybe you're an engineer, so you're just doing some kind of exploration, etc., or innovation or something is happening, so you're spending too much on those things. I've seen, I have an engineer at home, so I know, how it happens. They bring in so many things and they just want to do and join, and all that has been happening, from a long, long time. So that's something which happens when Mars is also with Mercury in the 2nd house and forming a connection with Saturn also. So this is a very potent combination for, for the engineers. So this is a good time though for the ones who are into innovation, who are into research also. It's a good placement. Ketu is there in the 10th house and looking at this Mars and this stellium which is forming. So this is a little, difficult time for expenditure part. So you need to work on your expenses and your relationship with your bosses and co-workers as well. Saturn and Moon combination happens on the 10th and the 11th in Aquarius sign. Saturn and Moon are together in the third house of yours, and third house Saturn is not bad actually. It gives you a lot of energy, to work now, to channelize your energy towards where you want to go, which zone you want to actually work on. So this is also good time to work in isolation, but success is actually yours. So this is three shad aya, we say that the three shad aya. So if Saturn is forming a connection with Venus, then this is a good combination any which ways, you will get success as far as your financials are concerned. So Moon being the ruler of your eighth house, forming a connection with Saturn might give you some new openings for you, success coming your way while traveling, while communicating, writing. Also, Saturn is about also, the planet of research in a way. If you want to get into the depth and detail of anything, you can take that into account as well. So it's definitely a very positive time for all of that. Okay. And what else I wanted to say? Okay. So yeah, you feel the sense of security during this time actually. Okay. So this is what, and we have Ketu also transiting through Hasta Nakshatra, which is the eighth house ruler. Moon is the eighth house ruler. So you need to be a little careful about your job right now. Don't take hasty and impulsive decision as far as your uh, job is concerned. You need to take care. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. So for Capricorn natives, this week Moon is going to be in your 11th, 12th, 1st, and 2nd houses. I've already covered the 11th house reading in the previous weeklies. Please do refer to that. Moon is going to be on the 6th and the 7th in your 12th house with Venus. So this is going to be a good time for connecting with your partner, with in a relationship with the overseas people, maybe travels. Also, this is very positive for your physical relationships. This is aggravates or activates that zone as well, because this is the house of bed pleasures also. It is also about seeking help for somebody who's in the hospital, from the people who actually are like doctors or healers. You will be going in that zone as well. And Mars is exalted Ucha in your first house, so this is a very positive time for you, because Mars is the ruler of your 11th and your 4th house also. When Mars is Ucha, it is forming a connection with Moon. Chandramangal Yoga is forming. Buddhaditya Yoga is forming. Sun and Moon are also together. So Mercury is getting combust though. But yes, it is a very positive time to make decisions now. You will get into the zone of starting something new, initiation of something. Now is the time when you will be thinking of growth, how you can be better off. You will be buying property, selling of property is also possible. Also, getting in the contact with the religious leaders, spiritual leaders. You will be getting connected with them, doing something for your country, for your state, for your colony, for your area. You will be actually the leader now. So this is a very positive transit of Mars here. Mars is also forming a Ruchaka Yoga, Pancha Yoga in the first house for the babies born during this time. So they can be a little aggressive, but at the same time, Mars is happy in the Saturn sign, because Mars needs muscles. He's a warrior, he's a soldier, so he needs muscles, to support him. So he will be getting that attention now. So you really need that attention, and you will get that attention also. You're the one who's going to get successful now in the endeavors that you have been putting from a long time, because Mars is looking at your seventh house, fourth house, and eighth house also. So it's a very good time for research-based job. Okay. Moon, when is there in the first house, especially, you will be getting into that realm even more. Moon is going to be in your third house, second house on the 10th and the 11th with Saturn. So this gives a little bit of uneasiness here and there as far as your financials are concerned. Your family members might become a little detached or very cold in their speech, in their in their actions. They can be a little detached, and you might be having inclination to have cold foods, or you're unable to have warm foods. Actually, you're just spending too much of time on something, and you're busy and you can't eat warm food, so you must actually heat the food and then eat. That's a remedy that you should be doing actually. And Rahu is in the third house. You have to take care of your communication skills. You have to take care of your relationship with others also around you. Ketu is in the ninth house, so you will get a little spiritually inclined. You might just travel for spiritual pursuits, how you can grow spiritually, which place I should go where I can find the right kind of guru who can guide me through. So that quest is on. And with Mars in the trine to Ketu, you will have those even more now. Aggression will be there. You'll be working on that aggressively. That I want a mentor, I want a teacher, I want to do things. Okay. Health wise, you have to take care because Mercury is combust, so it can give you some skin related issues. You need to take care of that. Okay. Or something to do with bones also. You need to work on that. You need to work out. You need to sweat it out. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, the moon is going to be in your 11th house, 10th house, 11th house, 12th house, and first house. I've already covered the Scorpio sign reading in the previous weeklies. Please refer to that. And then moon is going to be with Venus in your 11th house. And Venus is the planet, who's the yoga karagraha. So moon being with the yoga karagraha is definitely very positive for success in your endeavors that you have to, you're looking for that success from a long time, suppose. So you will get that success. It's good for investments, good for connecting with your friends, with your family. It's good for your growth, overall growth, fulfillment of desires also. And you can be a little more, physically agile, and physical relationship can also trigger. And meeting a potential partner is also quite likely, especially on the 6th and the 7th, when you're meeting somebody, you're going to a party, you get together, so you're going to be meeting someone. You can propose that person also. 8th, 9th, moon is going to be in the Capricorn sign where all the other planets are waiting. Mars is waiting, Mercury, Sun, and moon when joins in. So this is going to be the Chandramangal Yoga also in the 12th house. So expenditures can be on the rise. You can be traveling also. It might just give you some hidden enemies who will come into the limelight. You'll be able to overcome the enemies also. There can be some investors from the foreign lands that you'll be actually, who will be pumping in money into your business. So you'll be getting those. Moon is going to be combust. Mercury is going to be combust also. So this might bring about some, health related issues, or somebody's in the hospital. You're going to be visiting them during this week, especially. Mercury being the 8th lord in the 12th house conjunct the 7th lord, so this is going to be 7th lord, 10th lord, so this is going to be very positive for the travels overseas and bringing in money from the overseas lands. So this is a very positive time for all of that. Getting the research of something that you're already working on is also positive. You can gain that success rate, is high. And Lagnesh is already transiting the Lagna, that is Saturn, is in the first house. So you are already feeling quite detached, you're feeling quite cold, indifferent behavior with others. Suddenly you feel that, when moon is also there in the first house, you're very emotional about things. On small things, you will just maybe burst out in tears, or you will feel that, oh my God, what am I doing here? All those questions will run into your head, when Saturn and moon combination happens in the first house on the 10th and the 11th. And there is a true Ketu, the true nodes as I take, is going to be in Hasta Nakshatra, also transiting through the Hasta Nakshatra from 7th February till the 2nd of December 2024. And Hasta Nakshatra being the ruler of the 6th house in the 8th house, when 6th house is forming a connection. So you should get into the research oriented jobs or research oriented subjects. You should also work on. You should acquire more knowledge now. If you want to be more organized, you should just see to it that you're having good spread of timings. You need to work on the timing part. Only then the success comes to you. Ketu is in the 8th house, means that it will give you some health related issues, especially where the exit, whatever we eat is the second house, exit is the etc. So this is the 8th house. So you need to work on your diet also. You need to eat right if you really want the digestive system to be good and your health to be better as well. Okay. So this is the week when you will be little, expenditures will be on the high. But yes, the research oriented you, the job oriented you is definitely going to be better. For student natives also, this is a good time to go overseas. Expenditures on children is going to be on the rise as well. Coming to the next sign, that is the last one, Pisces. For Pisces natives, moon is going to be transiting your 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th houses this week. 9th house transit I've already covered in the previous weeklies. Please refer to that. Moon is going to be in your 10th house, losing Digbala with Venus on the 6th and the 7th in Sagittarius, and is aspected by Jupiter, though. Jupiter is the ruler of the Mool Trikona sign of, where Moon and Venus are going to be on the 6th and the 7th. So this is the time when you will be very emotionally attached to your work, to your job. Maybe there is a lot of workload that is there waiting for you, and you're going to be really, working really hard. And if you take up anything to do with research, maybe, just hold a book of astrology and just start reading, that is also a good remedy for you. Develop that interest, something in the deeper realms, something in the hidden realms. It's up to you. Maybe you can work on, acquiring knowledge on tarot reading or anything like healing, but it has to have a purpose, which can help others. So like that kind of a feel, you will be getting, you will suddenly start feeling inclination towards these realms even more. So that is the time when you should actually go in for it. Whenever the inner calling says something, you should actually listen to that inner voice. That's a remedy only. Moon is going to be also in the 11th house of yours on the 8th and the 9th, and Mars is exalted, Mercury is combust, Sun is there, and Moon will also be there and combust, and there's a new moon in Dhanishta also. So we have a Ketu in Hasta Nakshatra. So this is the time when, you will be having a lot of ideas working now. What do you really want to do? How you can just, the modus operandi will change. You will suddenly become very, you will be a changed personality. You will just start working on the growth, how you can grow, how you can make money out of money rather than just working on the expenditures, how I can do better in life, how I can be much more calmer and, working on things which require attention even more. You'll be working on yourself even more now. And with this Mars here, it is going to be giving you all sorts of upliftment also. So this is a very positive week for that reason. It's just that you have to take care of your relationship quotient might just bring about something amiss is there, so you need to take care of your emotions at that time, when moon is also in the trine, and Ketu is there in the trine as well. So you need to take care of your financials, your relationship. Don't think that everything is money, money, money. Okay, if you start thinking about that, then definitely it's not going to help you or it's going to work. Because Rahu is in the first house. So you can have a self-centric approach towards whatever you're doing, whatever you want, in life. You're not thinking about others. You're just thinking about me, me, me. Okay. So you need to be the people's person. Saturn is in the 12th house after all. So you need to take care of people around you. You need to spend more time with people who are maybe suffering, maybe in the hospital, be more charitable. Do some kind of donations, connect with the charitable institutes. That'll help you as well. Okay. And moon is going to be lastly, over there also in the 10th and the 11th. So maybe you're working on some presentation, your work, you're spending more time, that lone time, and quite detached from the outside world. And this is a good time for, during the end of the weeklies, this week. So you might just be traveling overseas. There can be that you're going with your children to drop them somewhere. So you're going to be traveling, or children are going away from you. Student natives are going away and working on their education. Education plan is changing, or maybe some job profile is changing, and you're traveling for that also, quite likely. But you're going to be very creative and very, more on the ideas. Ideas are paving way to success also this week. Okay. I think, yeah, that's it for all the 12 ascendants and the moon signs and the Dasha sign wise predictions. Please do refer to what I mean in the previous section and what exactly is this week about. All the dates, etc., are there. Remedies there in the Aries section. Please do watch that as well. Stay blessed, everyone. Have a great week ahead. Have a great Mars exalted. Om Tat Sat.